ईश्वर अपने साथ है, डरने की क्या बात है। ईश्वर अपने साथ है, डरने की क्या बात है। सदा सफलता साथ हमारे, सदा सफलता साथ हमारे, हाथ में उसके हाथ है।
ईश्वर अपने साथ है, डरने की क्या बात है। सदा सफलता साथ हमारे, सदा सफलता साथ हमारे, हाथ में उसके हाथ है। ईश्वर अपने साथ है, डरने की क्या बात है।
समय से पहले भाग्य से ज्यादा बोलो किसने पाया है। तेरा था जो तुझे मिला है, कोई तो छीन न पाया है।
समय से पहले भाग्य से ज्यादा बोलो किसने पाया है। तेरा था जो तुझे मिला है, कोई तो छीन न पाया है।
जीवन प्रभु सौगात है, फिर काहे फिक्रात है।
सदा सफलता साथ हमारे, सदा सफलता साथ हमारे, हाथ में उसके हाथ है। ईश्वर अपने साथ है, डरने की क्या बात है।
जिसके नाम से कितनों के ही बिगड़े काम तो बन जाते, जिसकी याद से जन्म जन्म के कष्ट सभी मिट जाते।
जिसके नाम से कितनों के ही बिगड़े काम तो बन जाते, जिसकी याद से जन्म जन्म के कष्ट सभी मिट जाते।
सामने वो दिन रात है, प्यार की बरसात है।
सदा सफलता साथ हमारे, सदा सफलता साथ हमारे, हाथ में उसके हाथ है।
ईश्वर अपने साथ है, डरने की क्या बात है।
ईश्वर अपने साथ है, डरने की क्या बात है।
सदा सफलता साथ हमारे,
सदा सफलता साथ हमारे,
हाथ में उसके हाथ है, ईश्वर अपने साथ है, डरने की क्या बात है। ईश्वर अपने साथ है, डरने की क्या बात है।
Om Shanti and very good morning. Let's take a moment to stabilize ourselves, to get ready to what Bapdada has to say today through today's Murli. Today's Murli is very short and it's giving a profound message of the ongoing practice which we can inculcate. The Murli date is 15th November 2013 and the title of today's Murli is No matter what situation arises, give that to the Father and continue to smile. This is the Murli which was conducted when the instrument, that is Gulzar Dadi, was unwell, and yet, because of the invocation of the children, she conducted the Murli, speaks about the commitment, speaks about going beyond whatever is going on, and doing what you're committed to do. Seeing all the happy children, Bap Dada is very pleased. Wah, my fortunate children, my happy children, Wah. Bap Dada is merged in everyone's heart. The fragrance of love is emerging from every child's face. All the children are souls who remain constantly happy and prosperous. Seeing the smiling faces of each and every child, Bap Dada is pleased. Constantly smile in the same way, dance in happiness, and continue to move forward and enable others to move forward. Constantly smile the same way, no matter what the situation is. Dance in happiness and continue to move forward no matter what, and enable others to move forward. If we look back of the way we would live our lives, does the situation overpower us? Do we stop smiling, or do we stop dancing in happiness? Do we get overwhelmed? Bap Dada is seeing a sparkling star on the forehead of each child. Acha, today, the attraction of all the children's remembrance is reaching Bap Dada. You are constantly happy and will always remain happy. Whatever situation arises, hand it over to the Father and you continue to smile. Acha, in spite of the condition of the body, today, Bap Dada is celebrating a meeting because of the invocation of all the children. Acha, today, because of the condition of the body, it is a short meeting. All the children everywhere are listening and also celebrating a meeting through the eyes. Seeing the meeting of the children, Bap Dada is so pleased. Each of you children can know this. Acha, the group that has especially come for this meeting today, raise your hands. And that is when 15,000 brothers and sisters, including serviceable souls from the Karnataka zone who have arrived over there, they raise their hands. All those who have come this time, congratulations, congratulations, congratulations. Acha, Bap Dada is giving lots and lots of love and remembrance to all the children everywhere who are like Chatrak birds, listening and also seeing. The quality of a Chatrak bird is that it is known that it has water only once a year. And usually it is said that when you see a Chatrak bird means it's an arrival of monsoon. So you are like Chatrak birds who's listening and also seeing. All of you sitting here are receiving direct love and remembrance. However, all the children everywhere sit with a lot of love, that is, with great hope. For all those children who have great hope, just as the children are seeing, Bap Dada is also seeing them. Bap Dada is celebrating a meeting through the eyes with everyone. Acha, all those who have become instruments, whether Shaktis or Pandavas, everyone is carrying out their task while being loving and cooperative and will continue to do so. That is why the space that you see that is there in any center or at Shantivan or Madhuvan or anywhere is always of being at service. Even if someone has left the body, whatever needs to be done to complete the process is done. But the smile doesn't go. The happiness and the commitment to continue doing seva doesn't go. And that's what Bapdada is saying, that everyone is carrying out their task while being loving and cooperative and will continue to do so. But this is not only an acknowledgement that Bapdada is giving, but also a vardhan which Bapdada is giving is what is expected out of the Shaktis or the Pandavas. So this is the time when Mohini Ben and Mundi Ben are going to Dubai for a week, and the program has been made, and so you have to go. So they say, Babdada, we need your help. So Baba replies that yes, Baba is he's bound to give help. Whenever you're up for service, Babdada's help is always there. So Dadi Janki gave Baba remembrances of all the sisters from abroad, all those who have sent love and remembrance. Babdada is giving them love and remembrance while giving them drishti. So this Murli has mainly been about two things. One is no matter what the situation arises, you don't stop doing what you're committed to do. And no matter what situation arises, give it to the Father. And as we progress towards the last seconds on the clock of the Kalpa, situations will increase by the day. So this Murli is a reminder to strengthen your sthiti, your state, to stabilize your state in a way where you're not disturbed by what's happening around. Of course, the bodily sanskars will come, the attachments will come. There will be situations where it will be a challenge, but all that needs to be done is to have that awareness that this is drama, things will happen. So give it all to the Father and continue to smile. And that's going to be possible when there is complete surrenderance and faith that Baba is here with us, holding our hands no matter what, and is taking us with him. Only the absence of that presence of mind, of that experience, of that belief, of that faith, that this is the journey, this is drama, and that Bapdada is with us. With that awareness, You can create an access to be free from the suffering, and you can see the situation gracefully. Not that if any situation comes, a challenging situation comes, may it always be necessary for you that you might be happy, but actually creating an experience of your soul being happy. That is when you will come from soul consciousness and not from the body consciousness, and create an experience and an environment to be light, to be stable, and see that situation through with a smiling soul. So even when Gulzar Dadi wasn't well, because of the invocation of all children, the commitment of not operating from what the body is going through. So all of us, whenever we get into a situation where we feel that, oh, I can't do this, making sure that we don't leave our commitment, even thoda to thoda, whatever is possible, continue the practice of whatever you're doing in the spiritual journey. And the rest of the things you can do with Mansa Seva or with Drishti. Om Shanti. Let's take a couple of moments to reflect and then to share. Okay, you can unmute yourself and share.
Om Shanti. Thank you, brother. And Dinesh bhai, thank you. And Mama told that today, no matter what is the situation, no matter any situation, smile must go on. And with this, with the smiley face, you must commit. You will must complete all the tasks and your commitments. Om Shanti. And fear, we have to with our soul conscious state. And in that situation, so we have to smiling face and experience that feeling. So Om Shanti. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Kalpesh Bhai. And yes, as we keep on smiling through a situation, we can stand to experience that the power that that situation may have will not have its grip over you if you don't make yourself available to suffer. Yes, who else?
Yes.
Shanti, brother. Shanti, everyone. But I was able to imagine the situation and the scene that might have been there on this day, 5th of November. Dadi, despite being unwell, while children have come, she has made her commitment to be in front of everyone. That shows her love for the service and her intense yoga to keep herself going despite being unwell. So she is really inspiring. Thank you.
Yes, Vinod Bhai. Once you constitute yourself from the commitment that you are, then you will not let any situation overtake or overpower you. And this is indeed a learning which is worth a practice in our day to day lives, because we do tend and bend towards living a conditional life. If some condition shows up, then we bend over there. Not that it is wrong, but that's the way it is. So here, a conscious effort, I would say, to raise yourself. When you constitute yourself sitting in the seat of commitment, these kind of actions are then possible. Thank you, Vinod Bhai. Yes, what are the practices you can see that you can take on from today over and above what you've already been doing, over and above whatever victory you have already caused over your default sanskars? What is it that you can say that, yes, I am taking it up from now? Yes, Sukumarandai, Harpreet Ben, Rakhi Ben, Kami Ben, Shivani Ben.
Om Shanti. The practice that I'm taking on is surrendering in every moment, being agile, that surrender to whatever has been happening around, give it to Baba. I've seen that I have this pattern of putting myself that I have to do it. But bringing that I have to do it, it is putting that aside and saying that it's Baba's service and I am the instrument. So making a choice between, do I want to suffer or succumb to a situation or surrender? I'll make a choice of surrendering at that moment. That's what I'm taking on. Om Shanti.
Yeah, more than Rakhi Ben, more than it is Baba's service, I would invite you to see that it is my service. That ownership by saying that, no, this is my service, this is my responsibility. And then taking it on, because things that we take responsibility of, no matter what shows up, we do it. Whoever are parents here, they would be doing it for their children, isn't it?
Yeah. And while you were sharing this, what I can see is the areas where we take up this, it's my responsibility, then things just shows up easily. And a simple example is during the pandemic time, when many of us must have gone through a situation where we I had this situation that I wasn't knowing what is to be done next in business. There was zero business at that point of time. And the moment a few of us took the responsibility of we will turn around, supported this small group in the organization, and the whole situation today is absolutely different than what it was 2 years back. So that's the practical impact of when we take ownership and stand in the place of commitment. Like Baba says always, himate bacha madate baap. So once we take this one step, the whole universe is there to support. Om Shanti.
And that's the approach with which people have seen that time through, the pandemic through. There are two categories of people who have been there. One has complained and cribbed that pandemic में नुकसान हो गया, सब खत्म हो गया, and the other category of people is where they regenerated themselves and took each day as it came and continued with that zeal which allowed them to see it through and shine as well. Yes.
Om Shanti. We can see there two situations. One is the instrument is not well, and second is children wants to meet the Baba. And here is Baba, whatever situation is here, Baba come to meet every child, to give his love to every child. And second is instrument is not well. Baba even came there, and Baba did not force the body. Baba did not take so much time. Baba keep the both things in mind and gave love to the children and also understand the what is the situation of the instrument, so we can understand or learn from here. Just surrender yourself to the Baba. Baba will take care of you. Om Shanti.
It's very nicely pointed out, brother. And this, whatever you shared, it just reminded me of one incident that uh, the Nimit sister at the center, Deepa Ben, she was sharing an incident with me. She was taking care of Gulzar Dadi while she was here in Mumbai. And when the doctor came to see her, and it was more than 30 years that she was in a condition. And the doctor came to see her and asked Dadi, how are you? She said, yeah, I'm fine. And there was not a clinch of any kind of a pain or anything on her that reflected. And the doctor asked that, Dadi, you're going through so much, then how you're saying that you're fine? And she replied that whatever is happening to the body. I am not the body. That is what she meant to say at that point, whatever she said. But that is what I got out of that sharing, was that whatever is happening is happening to the instrument, to the body, not to me. And when that is uncollapsed, you can see that who you are is the soul. And when that awareness is there, it allows you to fulfill the commitment no matter what. When you separate yourself that I am not the body, I have a body. And whatever is happening, that is happening to the body. But whatever my commitment is, I'll continue doing that. That is the way to move forward. Thank you, brother.
Om Shanti, brother. Very nicely portrayed that I have a body and I'm not the body. A very important sentence, and actually a good remembrance of your soul consciousness. And when you gave the example of the sister who was unwell and I'm fine, that answer, I just wanted to share my personal experience, which was with my own Lokik father a few years ago, when he was suffering from illness. And I remember I was in another city, and whenever I would call him, so how are you feeling now? Because I was traveling up and forth in the middle. And he was telling me, I'm perfect. How are you? Like, he would always make it sound like, I hope you are okay. Why are you worried about me? I'm perfectly fine, you know? And I realized that people who have that kind of energy, because they actually have detached themselves from the body, they're still focused on others, you know, and on trying to keep the spirits up and trying to spread the happiness. Like today in that Murli line, that I'm staying happy from within and I'm always looking for and helping others to stay happy. And totally detached from the sickness, you know. And I think that's a very empowering feeling when you actually are out of the body consciousness completely. And I also remember the same time when his illness had really become really, really strong. I mean, it had almost like he couldn't speak, and you know, there was, but even from the eyes and from the description of when I would say, and can I do something? Are you fine? With hardly like any energy left physically, but he would still attempt to raise his thumbs up, you know, that I'm fine. And I think this is what is the energy and the power that you have from spiritually evolved people. Like you actually see that glow on their face. And I'm sharing, of course, a very personal thing here, but I remember his last words when I said that what would we were all family around. We knew that it's time for the body to move on. But his last words was Shabad, you know. And when we said anything we can do, he wanted the prayers to continue, like in the background, because he wanted to keep hearing. So the praise of the Almighty, the sound, and you know, and there was continuous Shabad in the hospital, and he moved on very peacefully. But what I learned from there was the power that even in sickness and health, you can really, really empower others just by how you practiced your body moving out and without causing stress on others around. And for me, I've asked myself this question: if I'm very ill, what am I going to do? So when these minor illnesses, for me, the pandemic, I know some of you shared that example, but for me, the pandemic was just a reminder. That's all. And I owe the pandemic my spiritual journey enhancement, in fact. I started all what I started doing more and more was because of the pandemic. So I thank the pandemic, to be very frank. Om Shanti.
Resonate the same with you as with them when it goes to elevating on spiritual path. And I'm sure each one of us have moved ahead in our efforts on the spiritual path. And too many sevas also started in the pandemic period. So yeah, that's the spirit to look at. Om Shanti.
In fact, this group also that we started was started in the pandemic. And it was an outcome of, okay, what is it that we can create here? And whatever you shared about uh, your Lokik father, Harpreet Ben, it is such an inspiration that when they are like that, and you see them seeing through with this kind of an approach and attitude, if you are somewhere you feel low, it comes and just reminds you that, oh, how did he see it through? And what am I doing? So they are actually an inspiration that stays with you for long. The question here is that are we all that kind of an example for people around us? That's what Baba said, that spread that happiness around, spread that smile around. That people can actually get insignificant about the pain or the suffering that comes through emotions or attachments. And you just move on and say, it's okay, it's just happened. Just move on. That in itself is such a big service. Not only you give yourself to any suffering, but you create an environment, like you said, how he created in the hospital around him, that it just shifts the vibrancy of the room, or the environment around is suddenly so elevated and lit up. So yes, that is one of the services that each one of us can take up, of being that and then spreading that around. So thank you for sharing your personal experience with all of us, Harpreet.
Yes, thank you, brother.
All right. Uh, yes. Anyone else?
Om Shanti. Good morning.
Yes, brother.
Today, Baba, while meeting Mohini Ben and Muni Ben, so Baba mentioned that you have to go, the program has made, you have to go for the program. But Baba told, they asked for the help. So Baba told, Baba is bound to give help. So that we have to keep it in mind. And we have to just check it. Are we returning that whatever we took it from Baba, are we returning it to Baba also? We are also bound to give to Baba, Baba's whatever thoughts and all, whatever direction and all. We have to be in that direction each and every time. I feel that we have to do. Thank you, Baba. Thank you.
And that's what the last line of this Murli says, that all those who have sent love and remembrance, Bab Dada is giving them love and remembrance while giving them drishti. So Baba is there. Are you making yourself available? Are you opening the doors of sending that love and remembrance? And once you open it up, like dena hi lena hai. So are you opening up your doors? You open up the doors, Baba is there. He's bound to give help. All right. So let's do a 1 minute meditation in silence to constitute ourselves of the practices that we take on today and from today, starting today, that will stay with us for long. So let's take just a minute of meditation in silence, and then we'll complete today's session. Om Shanti. Thank you, everyone. See you all tomorrow morning at 5 a.m.
Om Shanti. Thank you very much.